it's Colorado's kind of day. Okay. Colorado kind of been in the news, I don't know, since January, but lately it's making news because Shilo Sanders, that is the son of Deion Sanders, officially announced his transfer to Colorado. He's graduated from Jackson State, so he'll be a grad transfer at Colorado, which also is going to help them tremendously and as far as their scholarship distribution. He entered the portal on December 17th last year, which is really just a long time ago to enter the portal, but also makes clear that you're not playing at Jackson State next year. I thought the most interesting news to come out of this is that he's going to wear his father's number 21, and that's not a small thing. I got to believe that you wear 21, you got Sanders on your back, you have to play like that, dude. As a safety, that's going to be asking a lot, but in 2 years, he posted 59 tackles, 12 passes defended, 5 interceptions. Jackson State went 12-3 over his 2 seasons on campus, back-to-back SWAC championships. Shilo is also the 48th new transfer among like 70 guys that have transferred in and out overall. That's a lot of change, but that's what you expect when somebody is overhauling the offense and defense the way that, well, Prime is overhauling all of Colorado. But this also is news that comes out of what is larger news for college football, in that Colorado set a record for selling out its season tickets in April. I don't think that I've been alive for Colorado selling out season tickets in April. That is what Deion Sanders has brought to Colorado. Now, there's also a lot that could go in here first about what that means, and as far as you're not going to be able to get seats. But I thought it was really interesting, the comparison for what seats are going for individual tickets at Colorado this year. So as of Thursday morning last week, so this news or this nugget is a week old, but I think it's still very important to address here. The lowest price ticket for a Colorado home opener that is against Nebraska this year is $450, according to Ticketmaster. The cheapest pair of tickets, like together, would be $471 a piece. All right. For those that, want to get a little bit closer to the field, say the 100 level section, if you're familiar, that the closer to the field, the closer to the 50-yard line, the more expensive the tickets, right? You're looking at $576 a piece. That's remarkable. It's remarkable because it's Colorado football. The reason it's remarkable is not just because it's Colorado football, because you can get the cheapest ticket for Georgia's season opener this year for $87. And they've won back-to-back national championships in a football crazed state. That is what people want to see, is Prime. He is the draw. And it ain't just me talking about it. It's people that are actually putting down their money going, no, I want to see what Buffalo football is all about in 2023. I mean, the asking price for tickets at Folsom Stadium is even more stupid. They cost more than seeing the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs play their opener against the Detroit Lions. It's 22 times more expensive than 4 tickets to Nebraska's home opener, and pricier than Game 5 of the Eastern Conference Finals, which was an all-timer. Boston just couldn't pull it out because, well, I don't want to turn this into a basketball podcast, but you can't be soft going at Bam Adebayo. You got to do more than chuck up threes. I'm 5'5". I know that. Either you want to give him the work or you don't want to give him the work. All right. Anyway, according to a recent report by Business Insider, the average mortgage price of a house in Nebraska is $1,491 a month. So you could get a family of 4 into the stadium to watch the Buffaloes play Nebraska for that much. It's ridiculous. Also, housing prices is a whole thing, right? Mortgage prices is a whole thing. Like, they're different in California than they are in Nebraska. They're different in Washington than they are in Oklahoma. So I'm looking at $1,491. I'm going, yeah, and other people I would be dying to pay $1,491 a month for my rent or my mortgage. Again, it's all about where you live and what these things mean to you. And they mean a lot in Boulder, Colorado, all of a sudden. This also is news that comes out weeks after, I say 2 weeks after, Pat Narduzzi did what Pat Narduzzi does, which is castigate people for going to the transfer portal and getting players, because he don't like it, especially when, those people were playing for him and now are playing for someone else. But he just doesn't like the way that Prime and others have gone about the transfer portal. I think rating rosters is just part of it. Matter of fact, Mac Brown said it best. Kiss your kids before they go to sleep at night, because tomorrow morning they could be in the portal. I love this. You're always recruiting. You're always recruiting. You're always recruiting. And if you develop a dude into a stud, you're going to have to start treating him like a stud. I look at my job and I look at other jobs like racehorses, okay? Have you ever seen the pampered treatment that a racehorse gets? You understand, because they need that racehorse to go win races, right? You do what you got to do to make the horse happy. And if you can be happy somewhere else, be happy somewhere else. Now, on top of all this, let's not bury that Colorado has dudes, especially at skill positions. Shedeur Sanders, out in McCaskill, the fourth, transfers in from Houston after a freshman year that was outstanding. 961 rush yards at Houston, and one of the better players in the American Athletic Conference in 2021. Jimmy Horn, also outstanding wide receiver. Travis Hunter's going to go both ways. You know about him. And Tim Brewster is going to find a tight end. Like, I don't know how to tell people what Tim Brewster can provide the offense, except to say he's one of the first hires that Mack Brown made at North Carolina and helped them recruit the dudes that they needed to put together the kind of teams that were, frankly, going out there and getting it done. Daz Newsome, among others, Sam Howell, Drake May. And then the guy that developed one of the better tight ends that we've seen over the last 15 years in Kyle Pitts at Florida. He's going to find a guy, and all of a sudden you're going to see 4 or 5 dudes that are able to catch passes from what was one of the better players in FCS all of last year. Thank you for watching the #1 college football show. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and like this video so that you don't miss any of the best college football coverage in America.